All the tests they endured on their way through the wilderness are a symbolic picture, an example that provides us with a warning so that we can learn through what they experience. For we live in a time when the purpose of all the ages past is now completing its goal within us. Rise, my daughters, for the battle has already been won. Nancy, come forward.
In the beginning, as a child, I thought like a child, I believed as a child. Along the way, I believed the lies spoken to me, although at the time I didn't know they were lies. Some of these words began to take root and molded my way of thinking. Broken, shattered, confused, I became a spiritual orphan until I read these few words. It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. Father calls me by my name. He says I belong to him. He says I am his child. I have decided to believe what Father says about me, and therefore I pick up my greatest weapon that he has given me, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Though the battle rages on, the war has already been won, for it is written.
Sarah, step up.
Before I surrendered to the Lord, I was resentful about my past and worried about my future. I spent my life pouring myself into my heart's voids and empty promises of people. But the Lord met me there and showed me another way. I never knew this love could exist, but he showed me a way of healing and restored what I lost along the way. When I chose my own path, my life fell apart and my salvation was slipping away. But God saw my passion to change and gave me another chance at life. My God has set me free from myself so I could live for him. Proverbs 3:5-8. Trust in the Lord completely and do not rely on your own opinions. With all your heart, rely on him to guide you, and he will lead you in every decision that you make. Become intimate with him in whatever you do, and he will lead you wherever you go. Don't think for a moment that you know it all, for wisdom comes from when you adore him with undivided devotion and avoid everything that's wrong. Then you will find the healing refreshment your body and spirit long for.
Priscilla, arise.
When I was a wasteland, you were my water. When I was broken, you were that fire that burned inside me during my addiction. When I was alone during long nights, you were there to wake me during my darkest moments. When I was alone in the desert, you came to give me water. You found me. Then you whispered in that moment to break the silence of addiction. You told me there was a treasure. Now look till you find it. Then you said, arise, now put on the armor of God. It's time. Take back what the enemy stole from me. Now find me. Isaiah 60:1-4. Arise, Jerusalem. Let your light shine for all to see, for the glory of the Lord rises to shine on you. Darkness as dark as night covers all the nations of the earth, but the glory of the Lord rises and appears over you. All the nations will come to your light. Mighty kings will come to see your radiance. Look and see, for everyone is coming home. Your sons are coming from distant lands. Your little daughters will be carried home.
Lisa, it's time.
Lord, I know that this is my last chance. If I don't move forward, I lose you, I lose the church, I lose my husband. Only you can give me the passion that I need to move forward. It breaks my heart that I've been shilly-shallying all these years. I've grown cold, set me on fire again so you and I could be one. James 1:5-8. And if in the process any of you does not know how to meet any particular problem, he has only to ask God, who gives generously to all men without making them feel foolish or guilty. And he may be quite sure that the necessary wisdom will be given him. But if he must ask in sincere faith, without secret doubts as to whether he really wants God's help or not, the man who trusts God, but with inward reservations, is like a wave of the sea, carried forward by the wind one moment and driven back the next. That sort of man cannot hope to receive anything from God, and the life of a man divided loyalty will reveal instability at every turn.
All the tests they endured on their way through the wilderness are a symbolic picture, an example that provides us with a warning so that we can learn through what they experienced. For we live in a time when the purpose of all the ages past is now completing its goal within us. Rise, my daughters, for the battle has already been won.
Oh, come behold the works of God, the nations at his feet. He breaks the bow and bends the spear, turns the wars to cease. Almighty One of Israel, you are on our side. We walk by faith in God who burns the chariots with fire. Oceans roar, you are the Lord of all, the one who calms the wind, waves and makes my heart be still. Though the earth gives way, the mountains move into the sea, the nations rage. I know my God is in control. The oceans roar, you are the Lord of all, the one who calms the wind and waves, makes my heart be still. The earth gives way, the mountains move into the sea, the nations No practice runs in life. This is 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 life.